take pictures of my feet, yeah, yeah. Ding doink, you're my favorite coin. Why don't you take my little sister to the prom? Don't doink her, please. Ding doink, you're my favorite coin. You're my favorite coin. You're my favorite coin. Ding doink, you're my favorite coin. My girlfriend says thank you for all the new girlfriends, yeah. Ding doink at an all-time high. What is really high when you keep getting higher, yeah. Ding doink, you're my favorite coin. You turn my wallet into a penthouse, yeah. Ding doink, you're my favorite coin. We're going to the moon, yeah. We're going to the moon, yeah, yeah. Ding doink, you're my favorite coin. Want you to take on my face and take doink on my chest, yeah, yeah. Ding doink, you're my favorite coin. Why don't you?
So I got a call from my lawyers yesterday with the great news that not only did we win, but we got 100% of the attorney's fees back.
Yo, let me tell you a little story. It's sad but true. It's about your boy Cav and Brad the Bull. My wife wants it every night, morning and afternoon. I know she's my wife, but Bradley, you can have her too. Cause there's a few things I treasure in life. Ponzi schemes, suing Ethan and Brad fucking my wife. Bankrupting companies and paying for likes. And if once ain't nothing, fuck it, man, I'm suing them twice. Hey Ryan, what's for breakfast? A wet and reckless. This sue on my third time. I haven't learned my lesson. Is if you didn't make enough of a first impression, they call them cut, cause up ain't his first direction. Getting slandered in the media, at home in bed like dear Wikipedia. They writing mean things that ain't true, but they really are. Plus there's this guy named Gross, but don't be alarmed. Let's talk about paying your talent and claiming bankruptcy and waving the balance. And by the way, man, shame on your stylist, that shit's foul. Some would say it's the foulest. You're 47, why you dress so childish? Trailer this thing's flip, fees are delinquent. And don't get me started on why your jeans got sequence. You're a fucking millionaire, get your teeth fixed. Can't even pay a nanny, man, that cabbie's a cheap bitch. Yeah, Harvey Weinstein looking ass bitch. Yeah, P. Diddy said nobody fucking with Triller. What the fuck you gon' do? Bankrupt that company too? Little bitch. You know what we call that shit?
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another unofficial H3 waiting room. We do have a few things to look at today. I'll be honest, I kind of pieced it together. I have a few things like that have been on the backlog, I guess. But then I noticed some stuff happened with in terms of legal updates, so we're going to talk about all that. There were some other videos that were made, but I like looking at the actual documents themselves, so we'll get into that towards the back half. But as always, we're going to start with some Instagram posts, my favorites. But yeah, let's just dive right in, right? I didn't pray to be blonde. So this is Vegan Vampires Music. You can check them out at vegansvampiresmusic.com.
I didn't fast to be blonde. I didn't pray to be blonde. I simply went to the mountaintop and I prayed that my inner beauty would come out.
Don't let them clip your wings. All the way
a real vegan vampire.
Been getting a lot of comments from people lately telling me I shouldn't play all these different characters, that I should be the real me, and they could really support that. And I start laughing and I go, no friend, I'm schizophrenic. All these characters are real in my mind.
another LA runaway.
Been getting a lot of comments from people like
kind of rocks, can't lie. Gotta give it a follow. Vegan Vampires Music. Some amazing stuff. I mean, a lot of different characters too. Well, maybe like 3 or 4. Well, oh, look at this one, has a hat on.
Oh, baby, I loved her so. It was time for me to make a move. Time for me to show I'm true.
Definitely dad rock music. Yeah, I definitely drink and drive with this in the. I definitely drink and drive and crash my car with this playing.
I'm California sober, December to October, as the days are getting colder. Every time I look around, California sober. One day everything is burning down. One day everybody look around. One day the Savior coming round. I'm
He uses a lot of AI.
If life savers for one flavor, if life savers for one flavor, if life savers for one flavor, would you dream of tangerine? How do you turn back time on wheel emotion?
I'm honestly kind of like locked in on this guy. He is the next big thing. Whatever one of these characters blows up is the next big thing. Not the AI. What, do you expect this guy to actually hire some actors?
I was like, oh, this is just part of my mushroom trip. And then when they actually got me on the spaceship and they're sitting there poking at me and shit, what they didn't understand it, I've been on steroids for 30 fucking days. And I was kind of in a steroid rage anyway. So they were pretty wafy little aliens. And they said, oh, we're just going to keep this big old 215-pound dude strapped down and he's not going to give a shit. Take me back home. You know, I'm on a mushroom trip and you guys are fucking up my dream. I was like, oh, this is just part of my mushroom trip. And
So true. Honestly, relatable experience. But yeah, I gotta move on now. That's a vegan vampires music. Mermaids real confirmed. Sorry, is that one you saw? I gotta move on. I could watch these all day, and I probably will at one point. I need to remember vegan vampires music. Gotta add it to the Rolodex. This is stalked by the feds. I don't want to blow her up too much, you know. She's already getting stalked by the feds. I didn't need to play the audio. Here, I'll play this music some more.
Man, we call that shit fraud, man. Yeah.
Stalker waiting for me in the middle of the road as I walk home in the middle of the night. Dun, 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 dun. This is honestly... I first saw these. Yeah, I'd drive away too. I drive away a little faster than that. Are they a stalker? I don't know, but I watched through quite a few of these, and she's talking about gang stalking. She's getting gang stalked, low budget gang stalking. This one was pretty funny, but this was interesting.
Come to my attention that this gang stalking rally is a setup. I don't know if everyone here is a setup, but there's definitely a bunch of fakes, a bunch of gang stalkers here. Because look at, my GoFundMe is filled with people, the same person, donating 125, then 100, then 75, then 100, then 100. Like the same dude donated like 8 different times under the name Anonymous and made it look like all these different people were donating. But it was one of the fucking gang stalkers. So they wanted me to come to this thing as a setup.
I didn't watch enough to understand what the gang stalking rally was gonna be. I was kind of confused by that part. She said she went in one of the videos, but then in that she said that like they were trying to get her to go. So I don't know if she has any videos of that. That would be interesting. Or maybe it's a bunch of people that have been gang stalked, but they are actually the gang stalkers. That was part of one of the videos that I watched, that in the comment section she was explaining that here's the little thing, is it also completely fits with somebody who is experiencing maybe some level of like psychosis or something, because she, like, one of her arguments in favor of her being gang stalked is the fact that people in her life that aren't the gang stalkers are the ones that end up leaving her and like dropping her and don't want to talk to her anymore. And it's like, honestly, if I met somebody new and then I talked to them for a few weeks and I'm like, oh, you're pretty cool, like, you know, we're friends, and then all of a sudden they just drop me like, oh, that car's following us, you know, I'm like, what? That guy's just parked right there. No, he's been following me for 3 days. I'd be like, okay, I might go confront the guy, honestly, just to get clarification. But I have to say, there's a lot of different stuff. Here, I'm trying to find another one.
You.
I gotta film all the empty tables so I can show how ridiculous this is.
Say this is you.
No, I need that kind of stalker too. Hey, if the stalker's just wants to be a sugar daddy, then, you know, it depends on what his requests are, but seems like he's fine with just the videos you make now.
Just trying to take a break and eat my Subway outside. It's, you know, my usual 1 in the morning and everything is closed. My gang stalker just pulled up here in the middle of a empty place where everything is closed and just parked right next to my table just to be irritating. There are small people on the planet who stalk people like this for federal law enforcement officers. They're flying monkeys. They're losers. They add absolutely no value.
But she also hasn't given any reasoning for why she's being gang stalked. Late but still quasi. I believe the government could effing stalk, or gang stalk, but that lady is 100% paranoid. Yeah, I think that it's possible for people to be monitored by the government. Like that obviously happens. Like that happens legally. But I don't see what the purpose of her being gang stalked is. But there is stuff like this. It's just weird.
Just leaving Subway and I have my little stalker waiting for me, watching me walk out.
For someone who's being gang stalked, though, she does hang out at night a lot. Like by herself. You're really risking like the gang stalk, like getting kidnapped or something, right? But that would prove the gang stalkers are real. So that actually can't happen. There's a lot of layers to this if we think about it.
Told you guys they love to park right there.
What if she's right? I mean, then not only is her account like documenting this, I'm documenting it right now. If something happens to her, it was some type of federal agency. And if I go missing after this, then it was also some federal agency, and it just proves it more so. Wow. How deep does it go?
Watch me exit.
Again, I'm not saying that she's right, but it is weird how often different cars just pull up next to her with their lights on, just chilling. Because I've done that before, you know, you're trying to get directions and you just pull into a lot and kind of just stop. But it happens to her a lot, and I go out at night, you know, we do stuff at night, so it's interesting. Girls, stop going to Subway, it's overpriced and not that good. It's the only thing open, it's 1 a.m. Men in Black showed up with his sunglasses at midnight. She's laughing at him. Just some guy with glasses and a bag. Again, I weird stuff happens to people all the time, but I don't necessarily. I do think that it's weird how often weird stuff is happening to her. At the very least, she's cosmically cursed or something, and the universe is not only is she paranoid, but the universe is like playing this trick on her over and over again.
Friendly reminder that people don't pack up their entire 4-bedroom with a loft and a den house and put it all in a storage unit like this to travel the world to get away from being stalked and harassed. If they're lying about being stalked and harassed, like, how much more evidence do you guys need? Like, my entire life is in this storage unit, and I'm just bouncing around renting rooms or bouncing around the globe trying to get free from my gang stalkers because I'm afraid to unload all this shit again and settle down because they keep terrorizing my life. Hey, just a friendly reminder.
In one of her videos, she said her ex hired private investigators. If real, I'd go crazy too. Yeah, but who knows if that's actually true or just the assumption that she's made based on being gang stalked, quote unquote. Yeah, gang stalkers swarm me in DC. They brought me to the gang stalking capital of the world. Why did you go? Why did you go to DC if you think you're being stalked by the feds? But she keeps posting? Yeah, I mean, when was this one? 15 minutes ago. Gang stalkers with 2 different license plates. I don't think she understands how this works. So that's an Arizona plate, I can tell. You could see the cactus. Yep, that's an Arizona plate. In Arizona, you are allowed to get, like, if you have, he probably bought this car, has the temporary plate, and then this is the plate from his last vehicle. Because you're allowed to keep that plate and use it on your new vehicle while you are getting the other one registered. I forget what the exact law is, but I do know that that's allowed. She really is going around the whole country, though. I mean, just start making travel vlogs. I mean, she's getting a big enough following doing this, so fair enough. The feds would never expect her on home turf. So true. So this was interesting. We're going to move on from her, though. Yes, she's stalked by the feds. Go check it out. But this was just some crazy New York shit.
What the fuck is he doing? Get down from there! What you doing? Get down from there! This is crazy, man. I don't know what he getting into. What the fuck is he doing? This is some real New York shit! Get down from there! Get down! What the fuck is he doing? Get down from there! What you doing? Get down from there!
Honestly, he is asking the right questions, though.
What the fuck is he doing? This is some real New York shit! Get down from there! Get down! What the fuck?
But yeah, you know, just some real New York shit. And then we have this. See, I had some questions when I first saw this. Firecracker photography and warhead wrestling. Oh, they didn't show the after. I thought they showed the after. Basically, they're trying to make it look like he's lifting 2 kids off the ground. It's a pretty good concept, right? I think it's pretty funny. But here's my question. Are these kids just standing off to the side as like prop options? It's like, what do you want to use? You can use the barbell. You can use a couple dumbbells. We got a kettlebell. We got all different weights and stuff. Or you can choke 2 children on one on either side. Show your true dominance. I don't think this is a wrestling form, right? Like a proper wrestling move. They don't teach this in class. with no sound, just watching them get up on their tippy toes is kind of funny. This is how I imagine WWE. Well, if you look in the disclaimer here, this video is pretend, nobody was hurt, and nothing harmful actually happened. It was a staged moment, just like what you see in WWE or in movies. So true. But my question is, are these kids just standing off to the side for every wrestler that comes up? Can they all do this pose? Can I choose 2 different children? Do I get the options? And do the kids then get to do the same thing to their larger counterparts? Have 2, you know, 2 like high schoolers or whatever it is on either side. It's all interesting stuff. We got Get Fit Oils right here. Anybody who's seen this guy knows he's trying to get the biggest chest possible. He's trying to get as much density as he can. No one trains this muscle. That's why no one has it. Mike Mentzer knew. Most don't. You can't grow what you don't target. And this one's built different. This isn't gear, it's clean muscle. Real hydration and intensity that actually works. Water is muscle. This is what happens when science meets old school effort.
Most people don't even know this muscle exists. That's why they don't have it. Mike Metzer trained it. So do I. This isn't gear. It's hydration, intensity, and old school focus. You want muscle that moves when it's touched? You've got to train it. Train it like it matters. Heavy weight, reps to failure, hydrated cells, clean fuel, hard work in, real results out. Most people don't even know this muscle exists.
He's really just training. Fit over 40. He went from 158 pounds to 240 pounds.
You don't have bicep definition because you don't train it this way. Mike Metzer did, and so do I. The Superman curl, lying flat, eliminates momentum.
Hey, I do my curls like that. Don't lie on my name. Don't lie on my name, James. Or maybe he's Heather, who knows. But Get Fit Oils. A real man's man. No, I heard the music too. Let's hope it doesn't get taken down. Now here's something that's kind of interesting. Eric Lewin LLC. I think that's what it is. So this guy's doing... Oh, never mind. He doesn't even have Reiki on here. Healing arts, hypnosis, sound healing, energy work, tuning forks, body work, myofascial release, sports treatment, lymphatic drainage, nutrition special. Or nutrition specialist, maybe. But yeah, it's Eric Lewin. I thought he was trying to do like some form of a Reiki, but this is it's something. Here it is. I'll just let it speak for itself.
Is it the left side that just flickered or right?
Right.
Let me know when it's centered in that under part of your throat. Or there. There. Crown chakra. Soul.
He caught it right there. See, I'm going to just do that the next time someone's pissing me off in public. I'm going to just go, what did you say? You feel that? You feel that in your throat? You feel that in your throat? And just like push it in. And well, oh yeah. Grabbed your heart. Yeah, you ready? Twist. Really get him. But he really does this all the time. This is his specialty. I don't understand what this video is trying to show. Oh, he twisted it? Okay. Oh, and he's able to get inside. I get it. He loosened the top to be able to clear an opening, a passageway to implant his own energy through the palm. This is high-level stuff.
What the
What do you mean, what the fuck?
What the
You want to double? You want this hand to go heavier or this hand to go heavier? Left. Did your hand just drop or was that just...
Your hand just moved. Are you doing this on purpose?
Go up.
Pep, are you doing this on purpose?
Which hand do you want to get heavier? Which hand do you want to get heavier? Oh, you just finished. Bet you didn't see that coming.
Let it regenerate. New green. Right on. Right on.
You just recentered that guy's chakra. Oh, look at this one.
Moonwalk like Michael Jackson. And now smile like there's green roses right behind you in your heart chakra. Where did it just resonate with your body?
My neck.
All right, let's work on that neck. All right. So you feel this area, that vagus nerve has got a lot of tension. So
I feel like this is the pad he gets people to lay on. And he's just standing on there with his shoes and they're outside.
let me spin.
Am I wrong? I need to see someone laying down now. Okay, no, he gets them on the table, but that's a different... No, I think it is different. Yeah, it is different. Okay, I think he actually gets him to lay down on a table. Why does he have that pad there, then? Okay, I'm getting too stuck on this, too. Interesting guy, though. I do like this one.
What the f-
You want to double?
Which one of your balls just got heavier? Yep, left one, left one. You feel the right one? Crazy stuff. Oh, this, sorry, I find this interesting. I meant to say something beforehand because I think I was going to go to his page. I didn't want just a video to be here first. So I don't know what disorder this guy has. I was looking through a lot of the comments and I don't know if maybe he doesn't have a diagnosis or something, but it is kind of interesting. Oh, that's pretty cool. See, it is pretty cool, though. He doesn't make it an issue for him, you know? No disability, only disability to get this bag. Congenital syphilis? Is that actually it? Congenital syphilis. I don't think that's right. Yeah, I don't think that's right. I think people just say shit sometimes. But interesting guy. I get that it's his body, but stuff like this really freaks me the fuck out. See, I just find it really interesting because I'm wondering, like, because he has very little muscle little if any muscle definition, and so I'm wondering, like, because I'm honestly surprised he's able to stand so regularly. Like, does it hurt? Does it hurt if he stands for too long? Seems like he's lived with it for most, for I don't know if it's been his whole life or most of his life, or if this is a condition that is progressive or what. It seems like nobody's, including him, is willing to explain anything. But yes, just an interesting fellow. Demis Bengkong. Demis Luffy, oh. The good Luffy? The non-Luffy Luffy? Oh, he's doing Italian brain rot. I get it. Now this guy, it's Onyx Ashanti. He's creating some kind of, like, he's turning himself into a Vocaloid, basically. So this seems like it was kind of like an early, or at least an earlier iteration of this device that he's developing. But then I went to his account and saw this one, which is an update from the 5th. And he's getting a lot closer to something. Are his bones curved? I think if his bones aren't, I think they are curved in some, like, at least to some degree, but also I think that his joints, he's either double jointed or has some kind of issues in his joints as well, because of the way he's able to, like, turn them inward. Oh, this is some cyberpunk shit. I like it. I fuck with that. So true. I keep forgetting to add that soundbite. It is a good one. Here, I'll do this one instead.
Why are you gay?
I added that. That's Alex, for anyone who doesn't know.
Why are you gay?
We're just having some testicle difficulties.
Why do people keep saying Superman, Hassan, superhero, W?
Gotta give a few. But let's let Onyx speak.
Alright. I feel like I'm more discernible now. I feel like I can actually talk through it and actually be understood. So, I've gotten this to do a kind of sequencing. I've been working on it for a while. And right now, this is just the normal state.
Yeah, sorry, I tried to turn it down a little bit. It is kind of blasting. This is terrifying. It is a little scary. This guy's turning himself into some kind... So, the Dodecaract has a primordial world beat sequencer. The Beat Jazz Metahorn Looper is integrated but super glitchy. So next video for that one, I'm going to be in the Bay Area for the week for the Gray Area Festival. I will be making contact with family and friends, and so just, I mean, the way I described it is he's turning himself into some kind of Vocaloid. He's making, here, I'll show on his account, there was this other kind of cool one. I don't know if these add anything to it, but he's developing a suit of some kind. I'll turn it down a bit more. It is cool, but it does get... You need to work on it a little bit, bro. It does tell me, though, that we're definitely going to be fighting with sound. The brown note will become a real thing soon enough. We will all be shitting our pants. Kind of spitting, can't lie. I swear I've heard aliens speak that language before. I think so. Depends on what you know, what galaxy you reside in, but I'm sure he's speaking to somebody. There's some alien out there just got hit with a transmission and was like, what the fuck? What is going on? He tuned into just the right frequency. Oh, he's made other stuff too. This makes me think of this. This is something that would be in like a horror game, though, I gotta be honest. But it did just remind me of something that I'm trying to remember. If I look this up, will it come up? Oh, no. There's this really interesting... I think they're a Japanese group. But they make music using... like, basically the same way... kind of like a synthesizer mixed with like a theremin kind of thing. Oh, what is it called? And I might be wrong about them Japanese. And now that I'm thinking about it, I might be completely wrong about that. Oh no. This is like horrifying though. Oh, I'm trying to find this other one. Found it. I've found it. It's called Electronicos Fantasticos. Doo-doo-doo. But it is neat. Okay, they are Japanese. I thought I was subscribed. Great stuff. But that's what he made me think of with this one. Ooh. He is creating something, I have to say, and it seems like he's trying to... Maybe he's trying to... They already have that. He's trying to do a live auto-tune. Someone needs to just show it to Unk and be like, come on, bro, they already got this. Great stuff, though. So that's Onyx Ashanti, if anyone's interested. But now we're moving on to Reddit. Great way to recycle old TV's monitors, unironically. I didn't even think about that aspect of it, and that is so true. See, it's just, not only is it epic, it's also ethical. But this... Oh, wait, I went to the last one. I meant to go to the first one. Here we go. Tom, you're staying, right? So Tom posted this. I'm happy to share that I'm starting a new position as YouTube Partnership Manager at Tana Mojo. Tana Mongo. That's how I always read it in my head. But I don't think this means he's going anywhere. I think that he's just expanding his you know, he's expanding his reach. That way he can make some more money, you know? Can you blame him? And honestly, I wonder if Tom was recommended by Ethan or something, or if it was just a completely natural application process, or maybe he's part of some agency or something. Definitely interesting, though. LinkedIn sent me a notification about this. LOL. A mongoose, so true. Dylan Burns put out a statement. This is very serious. I need to make a bit of a retraction. Dylan does not want to be DM'd about Trisha. I did say Dylan Burns looked like Trisha. I did say that at one point. I'm sorry, Dylan. It's just true. One more DM from H3H3 fans asking if I'm related to Trisha Paytas, and I think I'm gonna die on the spot. Definitely stop this if you have done that. That's just weird. It's funny to talk about to yourself or put it in the comments or something. But also, like, certain jokes, it's like it gets played out pretty quickly. Like, when I look in a comment section, I see like 10 people have said the same thing. There's a reason that half of those only got, like, 2 likes. Just saying. But shout out Dylan Burns. And then this was I present to you the craziest conspiracy theory. Conduit, who previously watched Hassan for a week, now watched Mike Frumpier for a week. And this was one of the things he experienced. So here's the thing. I do have the full video up. We might watch that if we get through everything else, but I do have a couple other things. So we might start it. We'll see. But I present to you the craziest conspiracy theory. I swear, Mike can't even, like... You can't even fake it. That was a pretty good soy face, though. Oh, I can't lie, it looks pretty good. He does it so naturally. I always try and do him ironically, but... Say something.
Did they name their clothing brand after the armored bulldozer they used to bulldoze people's homes?
The IDF Caterpillar D9, nicknamed Doobie, Hebrew for teddy bear. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If any Israeli likes teddy bears, this is what they're talking about. Low-key kind of diabolical for them to use this as the name, though, for this bulldozer.
In the 80s, the IDF began modifying D9 bulldozers to incorporate armor.
The worst part about Mike having decent hair genes is that you can tell he doesn't take care of it at all. Like, it's kind of... I don't want to say it looks ratty, but I did just kind of say that, so... You know, it is what it is.
IDF bulldozers have been used to demolish thousands of Palestinian homes in Gaza. I mean, they're millions now.
You got a source? I mean, they sourced their... Why don't you check what their source is if you're going to, like, claim this to be inaccurate?
Oh my God, Theodore!
He was named after a
the nickname
bulldozer.
of Theodore is Teddy.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Oh, they named it after Zionism.
I know that Theodore
why did I
Roosevelt would
not
predate
think
this,
about
but just
this?
this is how stupid it sounds. He should have just only done the soy face reaction and then just left it at that. Wow. You could just skip through it. They're all pretty good. Hassan on why Ethan is being wrongly accused of supporting genocide. So here's it being explained by Hassan. Give them both a little mwah, mwah. Get along, boys. God damn it. They can't get along if I don't turn the sound off.
Anyway,
No, but that goes to
people
show
are
you
doing that too on my... The one thing that pisses me off is people who are cutting shit that is like trying to make it sound like I said that if you're pro-Palestine, you deserve to die, which is fucking nuts. Clearly cut. And I've seen people doing the same to you.
Here's why they're doing that. Okay, here's why they're doing that to you specifically. Because you're Jewish, you lived in Israel, and Ela was, of course, a mandatory conscript, also being an Israeli citizen. So people don't know what your perspective is and immediately say, okay, you want all Palestinians to die. You want Israel to ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip and ethnically displace in the West Bank. I don't believe that that's your perspective. And I've never...
Believe it? It's not.
No, I know that that's not your perspective. I'm
Just
saying
to be
that,
totally
like,
clear about that.
yes, but I think that it's important for you to clarify.
No, see, he didn't, like, Hassan didn't know for sure there. That's why he was hedging his bet, because now he knows he's a Zionist. Come on, everybody.
Why are you gay?
Clarify, and then I can clarify my position as well, because a lot of people, despite the fact that I know that I have to be on a very delicate, tight rope when discussing these matters, because it does often get racialized fairly quickly, and it's done as a deliberate attempt to try to misconstrue your position and debate a straw man. I think that you can,
But yeah, it's just, I mean, it shows that Hassan acts maliciously, that he knows what he's doing is false, but pushes the narrative regardless because it benefits him. I mean, and yes, you could argue that, oh, I was just, you cannot, you don't know my level of ignorance. I had no idea. That's fine. Okay, whatever, sure. But, I mean, I'd expect at least a little more evidence, a little more proof to back up your claim at that point. But yes, we're moving on to Kaceytron now. Did I pull this up twice? Oh, I guess I don't need this one. Because Ethan exposed the Kaceytron tried to settle, and he said, or because, oh God, I hate, I gotta say, I almost hate Instagram to Twitter more than just Twitter. Because just trying to look, like, zoom in on this, being like, okay, which one was first? Here we go. So, Kaceytron said, hearing people victimize themselves over criticism, let me try again. Hearing people victimize themselves over criticisms, meanwhile their boss is using his millions of dollars to do frivolous lawsuits and put others in financial ruin. I could literally be forced to foreclose and lose my home if I can't keep up with legal fees. @_Starkiller. Coward. Anissa Joma replied saying, I love you, Casey. You're smart and you deserve so much more respect online. Wah, wah, wah. Just hit him with that one. Hit him with a couple. I need more depressing ones, I think. I have too many upbeat. But Ethan said on his story, Kaceytron, you raised... I can zoom out now, I'm realizing. Oh, wait. There we go. Kaceytron, you raised $44,517. You offered me $17,500. That leaves $27,017. Under no circumstances have you paid your lawyers $27,000. What were you planning on doing with the remaining money? Trying to catch a payday? I rejected her offer, obviously. And then Kaceytron replied on Twitter saying, I did a macro dose of psilocybin yesterday. My intuition is on fire. All of my tarot pulls were that of a big win for myself. Oh, Ethan Klein, you fool. Your victim complex just met its match. I am an innocent white woman. See you and Hilda in court. Why'd she put white woman in there? I am an innocent white woman. Don't get it twisted. But then she also said, it's so funny seeing all of these foot fungi feigning concern over my recreational drug use. I spend less than a fraction of what privileged crybaby at Starkiller does on DoorDash orders. How are you comparing DoorDash orders to your recreational use of drugs? If you're like, I'm not even close to his fucking DoorDash orders. He orders food out all the time. All I do is I just smoke weed every day and do mushrooms on the weekends. What's the problem? And there isn't really a problem with it, but it's just like, you trying to defend it so much, it's just like, the only people that care are the people that you're going to keep arguing with. So I don't think you're ever going to change their mind. And to be fair, you should cut back, because just going like, I did mushrooms and now my tarot readings are all pulling good. Don't you see how those two things kind of... I don't think that's you tuning in to anything other than your own ego. So, like, maybe take some more. Maybe you need an ego death. Who knows? That's a possibility, too. I want to take the time to also say that I am praying for that Olivia girl. I hope that during this mental health break, she can take the time to reflect on how she is devoid of morals and maybe get some. Kaceytron, settlement is off the table. Good luck. Good job, Ethan. Got him. Got him. And then I found this. Oh, I guess one sec, let me make sure I don't accidentally pull this up on the wrong screen. That's good. I didn't. Oh, actually, I might have deleted... Actually, I had a couple things. So I have a couple clips from other YouTubers that I can pull up. So this was... Oh, this was a shout out I wanted to do. I saw Alex shouted someone out on their story, and I forgot to save it because I wanted to give them a shout out for a video as well. But Drew Flanders dropped this video one day ago called The Story of Season 1, H3 Podcast Lore Recap, Part 1. So I imagine he's probably going to do all the different seasons of the podcast, just breaking down the different stuff. Very interesting, very illustrious. I think he's going through every single episode, which is pretty dope, and just giving you the short of it. So if you're one of those people that can't find the time to go back and watch it all, you can kind of get a little taste of what it was like through this. Very cool stuff. Olivia cannot catch a break for nothing. Yeah, it's like I almost don't want to talk about it because it's like they're throwing on so much extra like emotional like if there is any like emotional turmoil, they're only like, you know, heightening it. But then I also feel like it's necessary to kind of put those positive feelings out there when there is so much negative that's being spewed toward her and toward the crew in general. But this video was pretty dope. What was the other one? This wasn't a video I wanted to shout out, but this was just the craziest thing I saw in regards to the Charlie Kirk assassination. So basically, this was from the Capital Link, but Trap Lore Ross on the Trap More Ross channel made a video about Charlie Kirk because he was talking about how the Chiracology page, for those of you that don't know, Chirac is a colloquial term used to describe Chicago because it's Chicago and Iraq together, so it's Chirac. But then Chirac has a Chiracology page, which is kind of like breaking down the different gang affiliations, shootings. Sometimes they've literally like they've broken down who killed who before the police do in some cases. Kind of interesting stuff, pretty crazy. They're the ones who broke down all of the King Von stuff pretty thoroughly. But then they decided to start talking about the Charlie Kirk situation pretty heavily, and the way they were describing it was just using gang terms a lot, which was pretty interesting, and that's what he does when he talks about it here. And it's just, my God.
They're saying, look, it looked like our boy Charlie Kirk got backdoored because he's wearing a Trump shirt. And really, Charlie Kirk was Trump gang. He was Biden K. They're saying it'll be your own man, Slim. Be your own man's to backdoor you. So he's saying a fellow Trumper actually ended up taking out Charlie Kirk, which is actually crazy to think about, right? So there was a mega thread that was massively viral in here. And what I thought was really interesting, and we're going to get into this in the comments, but for some reason, despite all of the murders, look, I'm just going to say it how it is, okay? No disrespect to anybody. But it is a little bit strange that the murder of a young black man who's known in Chicago, who's known in the streets, who's known as a member, all right, that gruesome murder is seemingly allowed, uncensored, completely unfiltered on Chiracology, but for some reason, the admins on Reddit, maybe because they're trying to avoid a wider ban, and I respect that because I would hate to see Chiracology taken offline. It's a very good resource, and I think it's...
Oh, am I not sharing screen at all? Oopsie daisy. I guess I didn't need to show the beginning part of that because it was just him showing a different page anyways. But here we go. Oopsie daisy. I mean, it really didn't matter. I didn't need to show the screen for that one too much, but he's literally showing just the one page of. He was showing another page that was not the Chiracology, but this was the mega thread that they had.
It's very valuable for the community, but for some reason,
but now you get to see Trapdoor
right,
Ross's
the mods
face.
on Chiracology say that there's footage of Charlie Kirk getting shot. It's not going to slide. You can have FBG Duck getting shot all day long, King Von getting shot all day long, but apparently, the shooting of Charlie Kirk is a bridge too far, which I think is very strange. Okay.
And I will say that is also very odd because, yeah, basically they posted the uncensored video of Charlie Kirk being assassinated on Chiracology, and it's all over Twitter, which is also, I don't understand why they decided to take it off of Reddit. There's a lot crazier stuff on Reddit. But they took it off the Chiracology page, and it wasn't, basically a lot of the people in the community had gotten mad because they were trying to post it and getting like these, their posts taken down. But then they said that it wasn't them; it was the admins for Reddit and not the mods for the specific subreddit. Don't know what the reasoning is for that, but I did just think it was crazy. Why are his headphones so big? Gotta listen in. Was it confirmed the shooter was a Trumper? I'm pretty sure that right now he's not cooperating, and I saw different things that I don't know. I saw one thing from Fox, so I'm taking this with a whole heaping helping of salt. The thing that they posted was because basically his parents were Republican. Everybody from like that he went to school with said that him and his family were like hardcore Republicans, Trumpers, and then he went to college, dropped out after the first semester, and went to like a trade school, I think, or something along those lines. But he was living with his partner, and on Fox they put Kirk shooter's transgender partner confirmed, and I was just like, I don't even know if that's true, but they really are just trying to use any type of weird identifier to be like, oh, they're actually part of this. They're part of this group. And then there was another clip. There's a clip of, it's from a long interview. It was like an hour long of them talking to Trump about different stuff and political violence and yada yada yada. But the part that was crazy was that they asked him his opinion on like radicalization. And he said that the radical Republicans, the radical conservatives, are driven by a want to protect their borders and a protection of life, and all this stuff, and like acting as if it's all positive. That's what radicalizes Republicans and conservatives, and it's the left that is wrong in their radicalization. It's only left radicalization that's wrong, and it's such a crazy thing. It's just so crazy the way that all of this is trying to be like, literally trying to be used to benefit whoever can, whoever can word it the best, I guess. And then there was another clip of Trump, them asking him how he's dealing with Charlie Kirk dying, and he said, "It's going pretty good. We just got this building built over to the side." I forget what he said. I forget what building it was, but he was just like, "Yeah, it's going good. There's a building that we actually just got finished. I think it was a ballroom." He's like, "It's looking nice." I'm scared to ask what would more radical look like. I don't even know. I don't even know. The debate between XQC and Destiny was also kind of. I watched some clips of it. I didn't get to see the full thing. Maybe if you want to see that, let me know and I'll watch that on stream. We'll do another stream and watch that. But they were just, because I don't agree with Destiny's perspective in like wholly, but I also think that the whole time XQC was just slobbing on Trump's nuts. It was kind of crazy. It was kind of insane. Trump went golfing instead of Kirk's vigil. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Hey, the golfing was more important to him. It was a big day. But the other thing I wanted to watch was this clip from Hassan. It looks like we will have some time, actually, depending on how long this takes. But Hassan Abi realizes that he streamed with a crazy person? What? What? Wait. What?
He's just not going to talk about it. So you're just not going to talk about how a guy you recently were on stream with just committed several acts of terrorism and threatened a mass shooting? I don't know if you have the credibility to brush this off. Ooh. What? What are you talking about?
I'm really sorry. 1 second. Sorry, big L's. So sorry. Mom called. Had to call her back, make sure everything's all right. We good. Sorry. It was only 19 seconds of the video. We'll just continue from here.
What the fuck? It's...
Oh no, Hassan's goons got him. Oh no, Hassan's gooning me. Oh no.
The new drama shit? Jarrett Maki? Who the fuck is that?
I also love that he's just like, I don't have any association with these people. I don't know who they are. What? That's not what the claim is. The claim is that they are they like you. They are a fan of you, which is true.
What? Got trimmed? Who is that? I have literally zero clue who the fuck you're talking about, bro.
Yo, whoever made this clip is actually like you're the worst clipper ever. Yo, what? Yo, what is it, bro? Just cut to the next important part of the clip. Give me the meat of the clip. Give me the meat.
Go. Okay. Chat baited you to cover some shooter who got caught before doing so. Wait, what the fuck? Today's gonna be so stupid. It's the DCFC guy and it's all over the place and the drama farmers are in full effect. Wait, what? What the fuck, bro? Hey, yo! What the hell? Michigan man charged with making terror starts in Illinois? A Michigan man has been charged with making terrorist threats in Illinois. Jared Mockey, 25, from Detroit, is accused of making bomb and active shooter threats to businesses in East Alton, Illinois. Mockey was charged along Illinois man Austin Blair. What the fuck? That's the DCFC guy. Ain't no fucking way. What? What the fuck? Brother. Wait, how is this my fault, by the way? Wait, I don't fucking know this dude. He's the one who reached out to us to link.
He's the one that reached out to us. Oh, you're not affiliated with him. You didn't cut. But he's in your circle. You're not in his circle. He's in your circle. He's in the circles that you are participate in. You are not part of his. Like it's just trying to make this like. Trying to disconnect yourself from this is so... It honestly hurts my brain a little bit because I don't understand how he's trying to do that at all.
Us up with DCFC. Brother, what is going on? What the fuck is DCFC? According to the reports, the roommate admitted to making the calls. The investigation began in July when businesses began receiving threatening phone calls. Police say the threats caused many businesses to close early. On Wednesday, the police executed a search warrant on the 200 block of Niagara Street in East Alton. Evidence was seized and Blair was arrested. On September 6th, police located Mockey at the Worldwide Technology Raceway. Mockey was arrested. He was charged with 11 counts of making terrorist threats. Blair received the same charges. There is no way that this dude was doing that. No shot. This is the guy. What the hell? Dude, what is wrong with my fucking sus meter? Is it just busted?
Yes, it is. Your sus meter is absolutely fucked. If I had to make it, make a claim on it. He does sound a bit gleeful.
Okay, so this guy does social media for the Detroit City Football Club. And the Detroit City Football Club reached out to us and wanted us to link up with them. And we had an amazing experience in Hamtramck. Okay? We had an amazing experience in Hamtramck when we were in Michigan for the Palestine People's Conference. And he was a super chill dude. I mean, you can see him on stream. He just seems like a super chill dude. And I mean, I interact with a million different people, so it's not. According to the reports, the roommate admitted to making the calls. One report said the roommate admitted to the crimes, but I don't know if it's confirmed. I just don't understand how it could have been, how this dude who is just like so seemingly so normal. On July 28, officials broke down the alleged threats that were made. Police say on July 28, they allegedly called the Taco Bell in East Alton and said, "I see a dude with a big gun walking towards your store."
Yeah, I don't care much about what he has to say about it. I did want to check out what the clip is of him with this guy. It looks like it only goes up to this point, and then maybe they separate. Yeah, it looks like they're maybe together for like... Are they there together for a while? Okay. Okay, yeah, he hangs out with him like the whole night.
Because the whole city got fooled on AI on that.
Yeah.
The concept that everyone saw was AI, and then they put that out, and everyone was like, dude.
Okay, that's the thing is, it's ass.
No.
It literally just looks like a sign you would it looks like a sign you would have outside of a high school.
Was it nighttime or daytime? Was the sun out when you saw it?
No, it was nighttime.
Like GMAC Cash says, they put lights in it.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they put lights in
I mean, we saw it.
So Keyworth, there was actually the first work project administration.
You want to give him the money?
Okay. And honestly, I wouldn't expect him to speak too radically or too, crazy when he's working for this, what did he say it was, a football club? I would hope that most of them would be sane in their public lives, or else they probably wouldn't hold these kind of positions, right?
Egg, chicken strip.
He probably doesn't hold this position anymore. If I had to guess.
Can't go wrong. It seems like.
Everyone's down in that pizza. I see.
How are the German?
Is he also 5 feet tall? What are you talking about?
Why do people keep saying Superman Hassan Superhero W? Is that the Detroit pizza? No.
And like, there was some questionable takes in your chat about Detroit pizza, like not to be that guy, but like Jets is national. They sold out. Buddy's kind of sold out a little bit too, but good spot in Corktown if you guys are making your way to Cork.
Okay. Yeah, I think they mostly just talk about the area, you know.
That was so sick.
You know, I gotta give credit where credit is due.
Track.
Wait, I missed it.
This ain't big.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I gotta give credit where credit's due. Hassan is a little caked up. You know, we can't hate... You gotta hate the game, not the player, am I right?
That was fucking sweet, dude. That was awesome. That was so sick.
I've never seen that many fights.
That's awesome.
I do feel like he tried to deflect quite a bit because, I mean, it wasn't like he hung out for like, you know, a day with him or something, but what is that? From 6... He spent over an hour and a half hanging out with this dude? Watched a full game with him? He's acting like he never met him. And I mean, you were invited for a reason. And I'm sure that the person that they had involved is the person that they, that is at least familiar with you. This Hassan stream is so boring. Hassan is very boring, I have to say.
Wait, what the fuck? Bro, that's crazy. Police say investigators from East Alton, Bitalto, and Wood River Police Departments worked together on the investigation. Blair was taken into custody and Monkey was arrested. Monkey is the sports information director for Detroit City Football Club. A team spokesman said DCFC takes the situation very seriously and that Monkey is suspended from all club activities at this time. The way that chatter came in here, so you're just not going to talk about it, I guess. Yeah, what's funny about the way that chatter came in here is to make it seem like I literally made the calls or something, or I told him to make terroristic threats.
That's not the implication that they're making. It's that this is clearly something that you knew about. Don't. Because what was this was, I guess this was uploaded 4 days ago. I don't know when this actual stream took place. Do we have a Reddit post about it? That was from 6 days ago. I guess I could look at the Twitch upload. Twitch.tv. Oh. Gotta go to Twitch again.
I would love a Kit Kat break.
This one, hold on. This one.
Best Twitch content I've ever seen. I would love a Kit Kat right now. So true. Or I guess, does he show... So it was on July 28th. I guess I'm trying to see when I'm doing this wrong.
How this...
Oh, bruh. Okay. I'll give him a little bit of credit. Okay. I'll give Hassan a little bit of credit. This was posted an hour 30 before he saw it, so they are asking him a little bit quick here. But he also didn't denounce it. So I'll give Hassan, again, credit where credit's due. He had cake in that last stream. And then in this one, they are asking him a little quickly to talk about this. But they're not asking you to talk about it as if you did it, but because it's someone that you did a stream with recently.
This dude who is just like so seemingly so normal to make terroristic threats. Bitch, I meet a million different people when I'm out and about. How the fuck am I supposed to know? Some of these guys are so funny. because they unironically, like, in their minds, like, if I went to like a Taco Bell or something and people got sick at the Taco Bell that I went to, they'd be like, Hassan, aren't you gonna talk about it? Aren't you gonna talk about how you made everybody sick at the Taco Bell? It's like, bitch, what the fuck? How was this?
Okay, can you just... Are you going to denounce it in any way or say that this stuff is wrong? Or just be like, bro, I'm not even affiliated. Bro, it wasn't even me, though.
My fault. You know?
I didn't give him pretty privilege. I gave him what I said. Credit where credit is due. Call it cake privilege if you want. That's fair.
Yo, dude, I'm gonna need you to make terroristic threats 2 months before I meet you. Yeah, that's what happened.
Oh, but that even makes it... When did they get in contact with your people? Because did it happen... Because again, it doesn't matter when he made the threats, if you told him to make the threats. It's somebody that appreciates your content in some regard. And you need to make sure that then you are saying that this type of action is wrong, which again, you haven't done yet. What he has done has been like, this guy seemed so normal though, which I guess is implying that this is bad on some level, I guess.
What ended up happening was I told him ahead of time. I was like, yo, dude, make sure you issue like, make sure you issue bomb threats to every local business in the neighborhood before we hang out. It's a big part of,
I just noticed, oh, is this, okay. Wait.
Big part of what I believe in. It's so funny. Anyway.
Is this how he has his stream laid out? Wait. No fucking way. Wait.
Okay, it did. All right.
I'm trying to figure something out real quick. I can't fucking tell he's not laying his hand there. In this re-upload, I can't tell if they're maybe trying to make Hassan bigger or... I'm like so confused right now.
Big part of every big part.
So if you look, it's also like at a delay, I think.
Of what?
Oh, it is. So you see how his arm is still laying here? When he moves it, there's like a cut, but it looks almost like it's cut so that he can have the like Hassan sign in the background showing. But I don't know why he would have it cut like this. It looks so odd.
Make sure you issue bomb threats to every local business in the neighborhood before we hang out. It's a big part of what I believe in.
Because the rest of it lines up so perfectly.
It's to every local business in the neighborhood before we hang out. It's a big part.
I'm like actually like hung up on his hand right here. I'm so confused because if he does just have it so you can see the Hassan 6-pack fucking sign, I'm actually gonna go crazy. I need to find this stream on his Twitch. Why is his name everywhere? Hassan Piker, Hassanabi, Hassan Piker. He's not a narcissist. He just loves himself very much. What's wrong with that? Or wait, I should have checked. Yeah, I'm stupid. This says August 30th, 2025. I could have just looked at that. 16, this one? Yes, this one. Audio for portions of the stream. Or that's that one. I'm so stupid. I did it again. When is this one uploaded? This was from a couple days ago. I'm sorry I'm taking too much time up on this. This is actually, it just throws me off that he did that. And I need to confirm if it's the editor that did it or if it's him that did it. Okay, I think it's this one. There we go. Because also, if it's the editor that did it, why? Oh, maybe the editor did do it. I can't... Oh, I think they did. Yeah, they did like such a meaningless edit. Okay. Sorry, we're doing more edit critiques. If you look here, the Hasanabi, this blue Hasanabi sign looks a bit, or maybe not. I can't tell now. Do I need to find this exact second? Okay, it doesn't matter. I stopped caring. Stopped caring. Don't care anymore. Whatever. I think it was probably the editor just trying to crop it in just a little bit. But I don't know why they needed to do that. It feels like an unnecessary edit.
Part of what I believe in.
Sorry, everybody.
It's so funny. Anyway. What the fuck?
I was really locked in, looking in close.
Anyway, this is crazy. Police say investigators from East Alton, Beltalto, and Wood River police departments worked together on the investigation. Yeah, it's in my contract rider. Big day for the Cuomo campaign. Yeah, Cuomo campaign is about to come out and be like, a person that a Twitch streamer that Zoran Memdami met with also hung out with a guy who apparently had done months prior, allegedly, phone call.
Hassan's voice is already annoying. Him trying to do impressions is even worse. Like, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I've been trying to get better at my impressions lately. I've tried some on stream, we've seen. And there's something about this. I don't know if I could do a better... I don't know, is he doing New York? I can't even tell.
Calls that were of terroristic nature.
Isn't he from Jersey too? He was born in Jersey? Come on, man. Like, again, what the fuck is this clip? Cut this part out. You're keeping in him drinking soda. Here, I'm gonna drink some soda now in his honor.
Legal Mindset called him a Hassan Superman. Why do you know this guy? Why do you watch these people? You've been live for like 10 minutes and you haven't even talked about the drones in Poland yet? I guess you're responsible for those too? Yeah. Anyway, that's insane. That is actually insane. He did not seem like that at all. Damn, dude. What the fuck? That's crazy that, like, you can just meet a dude. You could just meet a dude and you'd be like, that seems like a normal guy. He seems like a fine dude. By all indications, I mean, you look... I mean, he was on camera the whole time. Like, he just seemed like a normal-ass dude.
It's funny because I feel like that could almost speak to it being more insidious in a sense. And I'm not going to make that claim, but I do think that him ignoring that aspect of it is kind of funny.
Maybe it was his roommate that was doing the craziness. Who knows? Or maybe he just had a dark side. I don't know. Yeah, inside of us, there's two wolves. The one that's like a seemingly normal wolf, and then the other one that's just like calling every local Taco Bell in in Illinois. Yeah.
Got him.
Chad is right. Chad is right. I'm disabled.
Lawyer is about to clip this for character witness. Yeah, let's wait for more info. Yeah, sure. I mean...
Oh! It is cropped here, too. You're right.
This is so fun. This is funny. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than...
Who is editing these together? Why are they doing such weird things?
How insane. What an insane situation. All right, where was I?
Not only are they cropping it, why are they cropping it so poorly? Like, it's so poorly done.
I love that we just started. I didn't even blast off yet. And motherfuckers are like, guess you haven't talked about this guy. It's like, how is this my fault? I don't, like, do you guys ever, some of these people that like, they revel in the drama, they just.
Yeah, you can notice it real bad right here. Like, why? Oh, is this his mini cam? Does he have his mini cam for some reason still going when he has the larger cam going? Or is this actually just like an editing failure? An absolutely, like, just a massive editing failure by this person.
Genuinely, I think in that process, like, forget how to think critically.
Everything here is perfectly normal. Everything's fine. Ignore
where
it.
They don't understand how things work, right? Like, they just forget how, like, time works, for example. They forget how, like, normal human interactions work. Like,
they forget how normal shoulders move.
Meeting a dude in passing, and then having that dude, like, apparently get arrested for something that he allegedly did that is utterly irrelevant, that, you know, he didn't actually, you know, it's not like we met up and he was like, dude, I love doing terroristic threats. And I was like, hell yeah, dude, I love that. You should keep up the good work. You know what I mean? Like, if that was...
No, yeah, it's on a delay. I don't even know how he set it up to do that. I genuinely... If it was done on the stream and not in post-production, I don't even know how he would set it up for one camera to be, like literally recording on a delay or streaming on a delay, but the other one isn't when they're running the same feed.
The case, maybe you could kind of, like, point it back at me somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, we looked at Kaceytron, or Ethan's story about Kaceytron. H3 Productons. No, not Productons. Wait, fuck. No, if I'm going to Instagram, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it was just the two. The settlement's off. But now we can get into the actual legal stuff. Bump. Basically, this newest document that came out was just a confirmation of the case, them breaking down the perspectives of both parties. This is what had come out for Denims. They're still, I think, waiting. So there was an extension put forward for Frogan until October, I believe. So she has until it's October. Here, I'll get the exact date, because I do have it on here. Remind me again so I don't fucking leave myself off. Yeah, so she extended from August 4th to October 3rd. So she has until October 3rd to respond with whatever response she wants to make. But Denims, they had made their response already. You know, they were like, none of this is true. I didn't know about any of that. So how could I have been breaking the law? You know, great arguments. So this document is basically the court, or I think it's to assess both sides, and then also the how did they frame it? The contentions that they have, like, on each other's perspectives. And one of the things that they contended was that Denims contends that the percipient witnesses in this case are likely to be the TEI corporate representatives, Ethan, Hila, and Denims. However, Denims reserves the right to identify additional percipient witnesses. Or wait. Oh yeah, here's what it was. Or wait. Sorry, here's what it was. It was the contention. The defendant Denims' contention. Denims denies the TEI suffered, or no. What part am I looking for here? Sorry, I read through this last night, and I should have taken notes, honestly. Just likely to be. we've gone over most of this before. That's why I don't want to read it all through again, purely because I know that we've read through most of this. Because it was just reiterating all the points that they've both brought up prior. And that's why I'm just trying to get to the one point, because I think that it was the point that I was trying to pull is that Denims was basically claiming that, or at least stating that they could be calling upon, because I guess it might be that actually, because they said that they are calling upon Ethan Klein regarding the creation of the content nuke, the impacts Denim unauthorized use, and it was saying that their witnesses would include a professionals that are knowledgeable on these specific aspects of the case. And then Denims was claiming that I guess like a fear of theirs would be that it would be corporate representatives of TEI rather than being like nonpartisan third parties. Sorry, I kind of like completely stumbled through that whole thing, but I think there at the end, I kind of explained the point I was trying to say that whole time. Plonk it in ChatGPT and ask for a summary. That's honestly a good point. I could just do that. I wonder if I could do it with that. Because like I said, I read this last night. Oh, it actually did give me a pretty decent breakdown just by throwing in the link like that. This is the Joint Rule 26 report, which is filed early in litigation in U.S. federal court. It lays out what both sides believe are the facts and what legal issues will be, what evidence they expect, the schedule and the schedule for discovery. Key facts for the document, parties, Yeah, it's just talking about the does and stuff. Like I'm saying, we went over most of this before. There are this one actually isn't in regards to the does, or I think they do bring up the does in all of them, don't they? So it's in regards to Denims and does 1 through 10. I don't care about their strength and weaknesses. Interesting. It gave me a little bit of a it gives me a prediction and advice. If I were betting, I'd lean toward TEI winning at least on liability, meaning that Denims likely did infringe based on the claim of verbatim usage, commercial purpose, registration, etc., but the damages might be modest or lowered because of fair use arguments, especially if Denims can show some degree of transformation or the TEI's market was not hurt much. Also, success is contributory, liability for the mods is more uncertain depending on discovery, ability to identify them, etc. Denim's best path is to aim for summary judgment if the fact supports strong fair use, or else settle before trial. TEI will want to gather strong demonstrable harm and profit evidence, and push to have the mods join to increase pressure. I'm not showing my ChatGPT logs. What do you think this is? That was just me saying it. That was actually my own legal thoughts. You can take that to court. But yes, apparently they already did the status of discovery on August 22nd, 2025. TEI served on Denims its initial disclosure and written discovery requests. On August 26, 2025, Denims served on TEI her initial disclosures and an initial round of document requests. And the discovery plan, TEI and Denims anticipate utilizing all discovery methods allowable under federal right Fed R Civ P26. As noted above, the parties have already propounded their first round of written discovery. Both parties reserve all rights to propound additional written discovery requests. The participants anticipate to take depositions closer to the end of discovery, although both parties reserve all rights with respect to whether and when to begin depositions. Discovery cutoff, see Exhibit A. Discovery is see Exhibit A as well. So we'll look at Exhibit A. Let me make sure that Exhibit A doesn't have any other information on it. I think it just has numbers. Yeah, I think it's just a document filled out by the court, or filled out for the court. But they have all of the rounds of discovery and court trials and stuff. So it says the jury trial, what they're putting forward is, please complete this worksheet jointly and file it with your joint Rule 26 report. So jury trial, parties joint date for October 26th, 2026. Final pretrial conference is October 5th, 2026. The last date to hear motion to amend pleadings, add parties, is Friday, January 30th, 2026. Fact discovery cutoff is May 11th, 2026. Expert disclosure initial is June 8th, 2026. Expert disclosure rebuttal, June 22nd, 2026. Expert discovery cutoff, July 27th, 2026. Last date to hear motions, August 17th, 2026. I have to make sure I'm getting these right. Last date to hear Dobert motions, September 14th, 2026. Deadline to complete statement conference. Oh, that one went back in time a little bit. In August 10th, 2026. Trial filings, first round, motion to Lamine, all this stuff. Trial filings, first round is September 21st, 2026, and trial filing, second round, September 28th, 2026. Yeah, coming through the next year, but we are going to get updates, it seems like, throughout the year, hearing about all of the different phases that it goes through. I don't know how much of it will be public, obviously, but it will be interesting to hear what they speak about through the show. It seems like we're going to have to wait till the end of this year to get much. What was it? It said that the first is the last date to hear motion to amend pleadings. So also we have till October 3rd then to hear back from Frogan. And then I am interested to see what the next stages are going to be for Kaceytron, because as we saw, sorry, just pulling this back up for a second. As we saw, sorry, Kaceytron tried to settle, it didn't work. They were like, nah. On behalf of no, sorry, I'm just making sure that I looked at the right stuff for this one. Yeah, these ones are from back in August. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's funny. I didn't realize this when I first looked at it. Casey actually tried to, Kaceytron tried to settle after, I don't know if she gave up the documents, because we haven't gotten the report on this yet, but certifies that on August 26, 2025, copies of defendant Kaceytron first request for production of documents to plaintiff TED Entertainment Inc. and defendant Casey Cavaniss Rule 26 initial disclosure were served on counsel for plaintiff TED Entertainment Inc. via electronic mail. So I wonder if after it's gone to discovery, they were kind of quickly like, hey, should probably try and cut losses if you can. Every law tuber I listen to pronounces Lamine differently. Am I saying it wrong? Limine? Lamine? I would say Lamine. Pronunciation. Limone? Limone. Limone. Is that actually how it's pronounced? In limone.
In limine.
In limine.
In limine. In limine.
What else you got on here? Teach me to say something cool. Literatus. Literatus. That's my guess.
Literatus.
Oh, I was way off. Literatus. I don't really like the way that flows.
Literatus.
I guess literatus could have an A there.
Literatus.
They're right. Sorry. I was wrong. I was leading you guys the wrong way.
Literalism.
How to say... Okay, here we go.
Fuck. 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 Fuck.
That's a pretty good one. They're really just trying to help, you know, people who are learning English for the first time, you know, trying to help them, you know, understand our very complex language. Oh, perfect. Lean, lean, lean.
Lean. Lean. Lean. Lean. Lean.
How are you going to do this to somebody?
Lion.
Okay.
Lion.
I have to kind of say this one's completely
Lion.
wrong.
Lion. Lion.
You be lying. You be lying. So true. Why are they all L's? I just realized. Why is every single one of these an L word? I'm so confused by this. Every single one of these is an L word. They haven't done any other letters. They haven't done a second. Okay. I'm like... And they've done this for years. They've done this for years for very few views. Wait. No, okay, I was wrong. It just keeps going. It's just never ending. Here, let me go back to the top. Let's see what their first one is. Wait, there was Syria? Here, wait. Let me try Syria. Syria. Oh, okay, there are others. They just found I guess they found their niche. Okay. Oh. They started with A's, maybe. They're going through every single word that's ever existed in every language across time. Starting
Good.
with good.
Good. Good.
How many videos do they have? Oh my god, I didn't realize. They have 40,000 videos. 40,000 videos. 17 million views on 40,000 videos. Not a great ratio, I have to say. Oh, there we go. There's just AB. How to pronounce AB. Or I guess
Ob.
Sorry, this is Ob. How to pronounce it? There we go. AB.
AB. AB. AB. AB. AB.
This is like when Dad was just like AB, 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 AB. What was I gonna say? Pronounce say. What about pronounce? Pronounce. It's not gonna come up because it's pronounced. Can I put how to pronounce? Pronounce. How to pronounce English? No, that's not what I meant. Fine. How to pronounce say. How to pronounce auntie?
Auntie.
Again, you're wrong.
Auntie. 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 Auntie.
I don't know how to feel about that. Was there hoo-ha?
Hoo-ha. Hoo-ha.
You're falling asleep at work. Is this helping?
Hoo-ha. Hoo-ha. Hoo-ha.
One more. No, they just stopped. I mean, do I need to get off of this? The other thing we have is I watched a Mike from I spent 1 week watching Hassan Piker Orbiter Mike from PA at Mike from PA, and my brain melted. I would recommend to go check it out. Bro, spit in. Bro, spit in. Oh, I need to do the poll. You're so right. That's on me. I guess we can start this. We're only going to watch like the first couple minutes, I guess, because I'm going to be pausing and so on. Say my name. Say my name. In college, I had to learn how to spell macrocanthorine. Macrocanthorinhydronaicus. Butchered it. Or nailed it. More than likely butchered it, but we're good. You need to learn how the pronunciation of twat? Oh, you're so right. Will that get me in trouble for saying that? Will that get me age restricted? Oh, here we go.
Asswipe. 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 Asswipe.
This one goes out to the boys and back.
Clitoris. Clitoris.
Yo. Is that how you guys say it? I've always said clitoris. 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 I thought that was how you say it if you're like joking. I remember when I first heard someone say it like this, the first thing that came to my mind was the Clitosaurus Rex, the king of the vaginosaurs.
Clitoris. Clitoris. Clitoris.
Come.
Come. Come. Come. Come. Come.
You know, they have some good ones on this channel. Anti-sex. Anti-sex.
Anti-sex.
Oh, a little bit of inflection there.
Anti-sex.
A little hard.
Anti-sex.
Anti-sex. Got to make sure they know. Okay, you got to hit it hard at the sex part. Can I play this one? This is purely educational. Cock up.
Cock up. Cock up. Cock up. Cock up. Cock up.
The thing is there is that one channel that does like fake readings of. Did that say Leonardo da Vinci?
Leonardo da Vinci.
There's one channel that does like jokes where they say things purposefully wrong. This one just seems like they're actually just. This is their best effort. Let's see. Let's see if this gets age restricted later.
Cunt. Cunt. Cunt.
Well, we'll just leave it there. All I said was...
Frick. 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 Frick.
Just one genital.
Genital. Genital.
Singular.
Genital. Genital.
Trying to think of good words. Show the other channel. Here, I'll see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, here it is.
Mio de noche. Buenos dias. Mi amo Mio de noche. Mio.
Pronunciation manual.
So many ways you could go with this. Cambambula, harshness. Cambambula, har. Het. 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 Het.
Was it actually on here? I didn't see it. I looked up. Or is it like that? Yeah, they do a lot of them. Pronunciation manual. AI. I've always wondered how to pronounce Uranus.
Uranus. Uranus. Uranus.
This has got to be Infobren. I'd believe it. We need a face reveal at 1 million. Got to get him there.
Daenerys Tortu Otia Targaryen.
Daenerys Stormborn of the House Targaryen, first of her name, the unburnt queen of the Andals, and the first men Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, breaker of chains and mother of dragons. So it's pronounced like this.
Daenerys Tortu Otia Targaryen Vertavane.
This would have hit hard in 2012. To be fair, I think it did hit hard in like 2012. When's the oldest one? 14 years ago, so almost. Or yeah, it did. It did go hard in 2012. How to pronounce Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan.
Hermes. Oh. They should pull this up on the show because they're always having arguments about how to pronounce it. I will say with the accent, I guess it would be Hermes. But everybody looked at Ethan like he was crazy for saying Hermes, when that's literally like the old guy, you know, like her what is it? Yeah. An Olympian deity of ancient Greek religion and mythology, considering the herald of the gods, Hermes. But it's pronounced like this.
Hermes. Hermes? Myth. It's the Hermes.
Porno.
This is like the rat gummy guy. That is like the rat gummy candy. Rat gummy candy.
Hello. Nice room for the QB. To die, we have a G-line, B-line, Pete Rat, Gumai, can die. G-line, B-line, Pete Rat, Gumai, can die. It's like you.
Did I say it wrong? I meant Hermes if I said Hermes, but regardless, they still looked at Ethan crazy for saying Hermes when that's just how it's spelled. Gotta be honest.
It open so he can breathe.
I didn't know until very recently it's apparently Porsche. Yeah, I know. It's Porsche. No, it's not. Destiny Metatron drama. I was seeing Papa Guts apparently talking about it. I'm gonna talk about it too now. Ha ha ha. Stealing the sauce from Papa Guts. I actually follow, I'm subscribed to Metatron. He talks about different historical stuff. People come at him, he comes at them back. But he was really talking about, it was funny, he actually had a little bit of something to say about 14 pages. Dark Viper AU. Dark Viper AU. And interestingly enough, see, there's so many ways that, it's a small world, it truly is. Metatron actually did get fucked over by, why can't I remember what the organization was called? What was the one group that the H3 podcast used to be like? Was it Broadband TV? No, it wasn't. I'm thinking of Broadband Internet. What was it called? Or it was Broadband TV. Yeah, Broadband TV. He got Metatron actually got fucked over by Broadband TV and brought it up at one point too, and it's all interlaced, which I find interesting. Metatron he almost has 1 million subscribers, but he talks about different historical stuff. I don't even know here. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I speak of 4 things: languages, video games, medieval weapons and armors, and history, and much more. If you are interested in one of these topics, please make sure to watch my videos, and if you want subscribe for more content. He is Italian.
2 choices. It's the name of a mountain in Japan, specifically in Hokkaido, and you can pronounce it Yote or Yotei for those.
But he called Dark Viper AU a piece of shit. I know.
I've had enough. Jeremy, aka the Courting.
Oh, I completely forgot to throw up the poll. I'll do it right now. But Metatron had a problem with Dark Viper AU, but then Dark Viper AU didn't have a problem with what Metatron said. What he had a problem with was what Jeremy said. The quartering was apparently going off a little too hard.
Recently lied to his audience. That is nothing new, he lies to them all the time. What was different in this case is this false information was sufficient for some of his viewers to conclude that I am deserving of death and that I should be killed. Many of his audience then went over to say that they would murder me on his behalf, before going on to DM me to show that they know where I live and have images of my house before sharing that shit around to other people that apparently want to see me dead. The quartering himself went on to say that not only does he desire that I suffer, but everyone else around me should suffer as well because of his false conclusions.
He's unhappy. He will always be unhappy, and I wish that for him and everyone around him.
Highlighting perhaps why his viewers want to see my house burnt down with everyone I love inside. So on September 10th, I was having tech issues, sitting looking at my PC, watching a loading bar go up, unable to do anything of interest. I therefore went on Twitter and scrolled a bit and said, oh, there's been some political turmoil in America. A political commentator that I don't particularly like in America has died. Not something I'm going to comment on. I don't really make those political statements on Twitter anymore. But I saw commentary on his stances and I was like, oh, that's actually morbidly ironic. Given that they were posts with hundreds of thousands of likes, I was like, oh, well, I guess, you know, the conversation about this is kind of over anyway. If something's getting hundreds of thousands of likes, it must have been talked about for quite a while at this point. I mean, whatever my contribution, who would focus on what I would say amongst these posts that have like 500,000 likes?
I will say, I don't find Dark Viper AU to be that annoying. I can understand why people would because of his inflection and the way that he speaks, the way he presents himself is a little bit fast, and he's trying to like kind of like rapid fire come at you. The one thing I do think is funny though is I like his GTA streams. Like that's what I genuinely know him for, is for GTA stuff. I'm not. Oh no, I'm not subscribed on this account. But GTA, his GTA streams, I've seen him do filming for videos, and I'm wondering if he did the same thing in this, because he'll be like, "So guys," and like kind of have a lot of energy, but then fuck up a line and be like, "Oh wait, okay." So actually. So I'm wondering if he did that for this too, where he's really amped up talking about this Charlie Kirk stuff, talking about the way people have attacked him for his the way he's spoken about it. Because he did speak. Here, I'll bring up what his line was specifically, because it wasn't great, but I wouldn't act like he deserves to be attacked for it. Charlie Kirk. Every positive. So here's what he said specifically. Every positive post about Charlie Kirk is either ignorance of who he was or support of who he was. And it's scary, I can tell which. Among endless things, he was a proponent of the Great Replacement theory, the racist idea that immigrants is a plot to replace white people. It's morbidly ironic that the best way to honor a man who said empathy is bad and gun deaths a necessary cost is to feel nothing at his death. Empathy could betray his philosophy, or empathy would betray his philosophy that we ought to show a brutal disregard for the well-being of anyone unlike ourselves. I am not saying the guy deserved to die, but putting your fork in an electrical socket is a dumb move. These are not contradictory statements. Charlie Kirk spent his life fermenting hatred and outrage for money. Hatred and outrage that killed him, hence the morbid irony, and all. I believe empathy matters, and gun violence is never worth sacrificing. Is never a worthy sacrifice. It's tragic that Charlie Kirk rejected those values in life. Again, his passionate wishes we should see his death as unjust and commit ourselves to reducing the very harm we work to spread in life. Yeah, here's the thing, is I think that he's being definitely I think that's a little more than not caring and not saying anything though, so let's see where he like, again, I don't think that it's necessarily wrong. I wouldn't be like, "Oh, you're evil for these statements." But I also think that I don't know, it's dumb to act like everybody that is saying that, because I don't know, like, what are you defining as a positive statement? Because I've never said that he was a good guy, but I definitely don't think he should have died, and that's kind of where you should be standing on for the moment. And yeah, we could talk about his rhetoric, we could talk about all of his stuff. I was considering, should I keep the video I have of him up? What is what is my moral obligation there? But then I realized that every point that I made in my video about Charlie Kirk is me making factual statements and claims about his points and his perspectives and his rhetoric. It has nothing to do with anything personal, and I never at any point say that he should be attacked for his views. So that's why I'm going to leave it up. but I also think that he was a person that had a family, and the only thing that this has done is embolden the type of hatred that you're trying to speak out against and trying to act. Again, it's the problem that I had with Destiny that we talked about recently, that my problem isn't anything more than acting like optics don't matter. Yes, there are people on the other side. There are people, from these different angles that say bad stuff and act callously. But that doesn't mean that we don't need to stoop down to those levels. It's not necessary. And we should call out everybody that's doing it, not just those that are in opposition to us. Like I said, I've said this many times, you should hold values that you yourself know, that you yourself can probably never fully live up to. I might say things, I might make heinous jokes, but I usually do it behind closed doors with people that I know are going to be okay with the range of jokes that I'm making. And also, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, there's levels to things. Obviously, I don't have any actual hatred in my heart, and that's why I don't make any jokes that are too bad. I'm making it sound like I say things worse than I actually do. But I think you get the point that I'm making. That, we should try and espouse values that we might not ourselves be the best at, holding. Denims is looking very ventriloquisty in your thumbnail today. I think it was Grape Tickler that made that. I think I got it. It's probably AI, but I got it I did a Photoshop of it. I didn't AI anything.
Surely not some cloud goblin, war-desiring person named Jeremy. I am, however...
Oh, we do have a thumbnail and title? Here we go. Responding to Denims, iDubbbz, and Anissa. H3 show number 191. It's looking a little bit better. It's not looking at... She's looking quite AI'd here, I must say. Stop doing the upscaling, guys. It's unnecessary.
A person who likes dark jokes. If you've ever seen one of my out-of-context videos, I make a lot of dark jokes. Righteous, the good thing, man. Fuck those people who died. I'm trying really hard not to kill myself here. But Your Honor, she was on...
Denims is definitely AI'd here. Denims is also AI'd in my thumbnail, but I didn't AI it. That's the difference. Yeah, W Grape Tickler, on God. I keep going to the wrong video. There we go. Or no. Where am I? There we are.
Almost 16.
Oh yeah, I thought this was funny. He tried to front load his video with a bunch of crazy statements. It goes on for way too long.
It's the good thing, man. Fuck those people who died. I'm trying really hard not to kill myself here. But Your Honor, she was almost 16. Sir, she's 13 and a half. That's almost 16. And government always keeping the little guy down, preventing him from doing what he wants, like beating up an old woman. The sound that people make when they're crushed under cars is so satisfying, especially in this game. I'm not saying I would go out with a gay dude and kill him for $7,000, but I think about it. If he isn't gonna give me stuff for free, then he deserves to die. That's my philosophy. Fun fact, people are not that easy to kill. Not in my experience. The next day, I'll put 10 kids in a burning building. I will kill everyone, and their families, and their pets, and the families of their pets. I often hit on women by complimenting their underage daughters. That's a very common tactic. I mean, people said it would make me into a murderer, but I was a murderer before I started playing GTA 5. Killing kids is a path to power. The guys who kill kids ultimately win. My strategy in Fortnite is the same as my strategy in real life. Kill them while they're young. I killed people. They had families. They were innocent. I am a good person. Killing a child is really, really easy.
When I first saw this, I was like, bro, you could just end this at any point. You don't need to keep going.
Like, kick it, and it dies. If the weapon isn't good enough to give to a child, then it's not a good weapon. Yeah, man, I beat up a lot of kids when I was younger. I still do. You're just in time to see me take pictures of an underage girl. Clearly the best part of the game. Can an airstrike please hit me? In real life, I ran over a person. It's fun, isn't it? Try it in real life. The consequence will be different, but it'll be equally as fun. Maybe even more so. And Charlie Kirk, a person who openly said that deaths from gun violence are necessary for Americans to have the rights that they do, and further a person who downplayed the significance of school shootings every chance he got, died in a school shooting. I, like half the planet, observed that is morbidly ironic. And so out of boredom, I set a position that half the planet had already said.
I'm telling you, what I showed you guys earlier, I think is the best joke that was made about the whole Charlie Kirk thing, which was just that, damn, bro got backdoored. That was the thing that honestly made me laugh, because it was just so unexpected. And then in the Chiracology, I saw somebody put TPK. Just the use of gang vernacular to describe the killing of Charlie Kirk. It hits different. It does. Especially when considering the way that Charlie Kirk felt about gang violence and everything, and the fact that that was his final words.
Out loud. To be clear, I was not insincere in anything that I wrote. I believe everything that I wrote, but my goal was to simply point out that in tragedy, there can be some dark humor.
Investigators noted inscriptions that had been engraved on casings found with the rifle. Inscriptions on a fired casing read, "Notices bulges, capital OWO, what's this question mark?" Inscriptions on the 3 unfired casings read, "Hey fascist, exclamation point, catch, exclamation point." Up arrow symbol, right arrow and symbol, and 3 down arrow symbols. A second unfired casing read, "Oh Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Bella Chow, Chow Chow." And a third unfired casing read, "If you read this, you are gay."
I'm sorry if you don't like dark humor, but while death itself is not funny, circumstances around a death can be. It was only after people didn't understand this that I felt I had to continue to clarify. Consider my surprise when I found out that half the planet doesn't know what the word morbid means. That is to say grim, tragic, and disturbing. Seemingly missing the point entirely that I was just making a dark observation without much point. So I followed on to say, A, I don't like the guy, but empathy matters, gun violence ain't the answer to anything, and Charlie Kirk's death was clearly unjust.
Charlie Kirk said, ha 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 ha, he deserved it. Right, Dark Viper? Big tough guy.
Again, to my surprise, people were surprised that I, of all people, didn't like Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I know, me. They were surprised I was not a fan of Charlie Kirk, of all people. So I came out and said, this should not surprise you, given Kirk's political stances and how I live my life. And further reiterating, despite our political differences, he did not deserve to die.
I didn't say he deserved to die. You literally just said it in that very same phrase.
As time went on though, I became more and more annoyed at people's moral posturing. This is something, if you know me at all, is something that I'm always annoyed about. I hate performative activism, or people lying about their beliefs, or pretending that they believe something just because they think it'll be popular. I hate.
Your mom was saying he was a furry because of the OWO bullet. And I said, Mom, that's a copy pasta from 2016, and she got pissed at me for defending furries. What an odd, the furries at it again. That's the part she cares about. Why would you defend them? That's she cares less about the shooter and more about the furries themselves. We need to take them down.
That shit. People were unironically saying that they are universally out.
No, yeah, that's why I feel. Can Dark Viper just reel it back a little bit? He's a little amped. He's just feeling it.
Outraged and saddened by any untimely death, and are equally saddened and outraged by any celebration of it. People obviously focus on and mourn the deaths of those they care more about, people who more align with their political interests, and they downplay deaths of people that they don't care as much about, or who didn't align with their interests. No one is universally sympathetic towards all death, and to believe otherwise is idiotic.
That is true, but that is a super clinical way of thinking about it, and is I wouldn't say immoral, but definitely towing the line, I guess. Because what you're saying is you just don't care. That's fine too. But I guess at least you're owning that, right? All these shooters have one thing in common: are chronically online. That is true. That is true.
Used exaggeration to highlight this absurdity, talking about unjust deaths, of which I labeled Kirk as one.
You said he deserved it.
Legacy Killer directly says to me he didn't deserve to be brutally gunned down. And I said nothing I've said contradicts that.
You said he deserved it.
For example, right now on social media, there is a horde of people seeking out people who celebrated Charlie Kirk's death. Through the quartering, we can see what celebrated actually means. They're looking for anyone who wasn't sufficiently sad at his death. They didn't do the right things publicly.
Reacting maybe the most vile way possible. A disgrace, insecure, manlet loser. Charlie Kirk said, ha 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 ha, he deserved it. Right, Dark Viper? Big tough guy. I'm not surprised. He doesn't want people talking about this.
Anyone who did not, in their eyes, sufficiently like Charlie Kirk in life has done a thought crime and has therefore disrespected him. You must pretend that Charlie Kirk's life was more important than every other unjust death this year. He was more important. You must believe that or else. These people are impure and have to be put on the list that are then given to the political extremists, those people DMing me telling me that they want to kill me. But remember, these guys aren't moral posturing. They did the exact same thing when that Democratic senator and her husband were killed a few months ago. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic. They just invented lies about the political leanings of the killer and called it a fucking day. Celebrate that shit all you like. No outrage at their deaths necessary. No lists of the impure. Nothing to see here, people. What's that? Someone doesn't like Charlie Kirk. Where do they live? Share details.
I didn't.
But again, that's like the point is there, like you said, there was an outrage, and there was even people saying the contrary, making up like fake stories. So why feed into the fire by throwing in like these other like obviously inflammatory statements? Because it isn't necessary. Like you said, there's no reason for you to have gotten into it in the beginning, like, you know, to start with.
Say he deserved to die. I just said it's morbidly ironic. He reaped what he sowed. You literally just said it in that very same phrase. You said he reaped what he sowed. You said he deserved it.
To be fair, it would be morbidly ironic had Charlie been... Well, I guess it depends. The ironic part comes from the fact that he speaks so much about like black on black crime, like, you know, black on black violence or whatever, and then he got killed by a white person. And to start off, everybody was just like, what race was he? What race? What religion? We need identifiers. Come on, quick.
And you know, he can't take the heat, obviously.
Hey guys, I know Dark Viper didn't laugh at Kirk's death, and he said 4 times he didn't deserve to die, and therefore the second part of his sentence literally cannot possibly exist to communicate he deserved to die. But what if we simply pretend he did laugh, and did claim he deserved to die? Wouldn't that be fun, my outraged political extremist audience? Jeremy, I wrote the
Jeremy got beaten up by a trans girl at a Magic the Gathering event and ran away in fear. Hey, that's pretty good. What a passionate guy who totally has a GF. If you're talking about Dark Viper, he actually does. You might be surprised, but he does.
Fucking sentence, I therefore objectively know what I meant by it. My guy, if you're not pretending and actually...
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is it is morbidly ironic, but I don't know if it's worth pointing out. At least in the moment. You know what they say, too soon? When is too soon, but when is the joke too late? And it becomes stale.
You wrongly believe that expression only means...
And I have to say, I mean, what's worse than, to be fair in my opinion, what's worse than people making jokes about it are the actual insane conservatives that are making literal conspiracy theories about Charlie Kirk's assassination, saying that there was... I've already seen people saying that there was a second shooter, that he wasn't actually dead. His wife uploaded a video of him in the casket with her, like... I watched a video of a someone who does... is it embalming? Embalming. Yes? Yeah. A lady who did embalming and was explaining the process and how hands are like one of the hardest things to do, like, in the process, and that it looks exactly like it should for, you know, somebody's corpse. But there were people literally saying, like, was this fake? His body looks weird. It looks like a mannequin. It's just like, what are you guys talking about? Like, how did they have the casket ready in time? Like, people that are actually throwing out crazy conspiracy theories, I think are probably more detrimental than the people making jokes. But I do think that the people making jokes are the ones that are going to, like, inflame and enrage the people that have these conspiracy theories. That, you know what I mean? It just creates this, and again, it's like, and it only is going to embolden the people that are on the side of what Trump was saying about how it is the radical left is the problem. And it's like, yeah, it sucks. It sucks to have to be the bigger person sometimes. It really does. But it is possible. And it is possible to accomplish great things without stooping down to levels that are, you know, this lowly. It was posting a picture of his hands as she was like, she kissed them and was like saying goodbye to him, saying how much she loved him and stuff. It was like a heartfelt video. It wasn't anything bad. But then people were literally saying that he was, that it was fake and all this stuff. It was crazy.
Means that, regardless of context, you're not the god of fucking language. You can't just declare that your understanding of language is universal and applies to everyone on the fucking planet.
You heard people saying it was the Jews? Well, I'll show you something. It was the Jews that killed Charlie Kirk. So true. Oh, did it get deleted? Oh, no way. I know it's in here. Oh, here it is. Have any of you seen this?
In brief, at the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk, I have no doubt that Charlie's voice and the courage he put into the hearts of countless people, especially young people.
Go wait, one sec. There was nothing in my messages that even matter, but don't want to just have those pulled up anyways. Where the fuck is it? I literally just saw it was liked in here. Oh, there it is. Getting pissed off.
At the heinous assassination of Charlie Kirk, I have no doubt that Charlie's voice and the courage he put into the hearts of countless people, especially young people, will. I'm pleased to announce that I will soon be awarding Charlie Kirk posthumously the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The date of the ceremony will be announced, and I can only guarantee you one thing, that we will have a very big crowd. Very, very big.
Papa Perk for Charlie Kirk. My young ones put in work. Person talking out the gang. And my young ones get you hurt. Papa Perk for Charlie Kirk. My young ones put in work. Person talking about the gang. Gang violence. Gang violence. Yeah, I rep the game. Yeah, I rep the set. Charlie Kirk was 31. Israel's oldest victim yet. Second one is the best. Better than the one. First you talk shit, then I'm second with my gun. Okay, don't wanna talk a Molly. I got pop for Charlie. Wah. My gun's not just like Cardi B. My shooter name is Cardi B. Yeah, it's Cardi Bethlehem. Big shit putting through themselves up in further Charlie Kirk. My young was putting work. Heard you talking about the gang, and my young would get you hurt. Zionism is the crew. We're not like other Jews. We killed Charlie Kirk and we did 9/11 too. My young.
Finally, comedy that doesn't take sides. See, I was more just impressed that he actually wrote a full song. Like, it's not like it's great, but I mean, to put that together does take time, and he must have he threw it together in like a day. He performed this on 9/11 too. That's crazy. 24 hours after Kirk's passing. I do wonder if the people in the crowd were just his friends. I have to say, it is going to be stuck. It's stuck in my head. It's been stuck in my head for the past couple days since I saw it. Pop a perk for Charlie Kirk.
I don't even exist in the same fucking country as you, and I speak a different version of English.
Maybe he chat GPT'd it. That's possible.
That sentence, the expression literally cannot mean I believe he deserved to die, because the first part of the sentence clarifies that. And again, in 3 other places I called his death unjust, things you didn't show your audience. I wonder why. It's almost like, had you shown that, you couldn't have lied as easily. I mean, fuck man, we have to maximize the possible reasons that your audience might want to kill me, right? Nothing in my tweets says I'm happy Kirk is dead. I frankly would prefer he would still be alive, because the growing political violence in America helps no one. It solves nothing. It just begets more violence. It will just result in more people.
Oh yeah, if anyone doesn't know, a perk is a Percocet. Perk 30. You know, taking some perkies real quick.
Dying, leaving divisions worse, and solving nothing. In the same way that Jeremy constantly telling his audience that they're in a war will do nothing but lead to death. Jeremy, my opinion that Charlie Kirk was a divisive person who increased division in America doesn't mean you can lie to people about my stances. It doesn't mean you can lie to people about my beliefs, what I've said, and what I've done. The quartering himself is on Twitter calling for war while putting me in his videos and lying to say that I'm an enemy of their heroes. And further, that he doesn't believe I should be able to voice my opinions on fucking anything.
This type of rhetoric is exactly what led to the tragedy yesterday.
The quartering seemingly wants to label me as a combatant in this war of his, and many of his viewers conclude that I should die as a part of it.
Welcome everybody to the H3.
I do appreciate everybody that stopped by. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for your enjoyment. But yes, I really do appreciate everybody that stopped in. We do all types of stuff here. We talk about all great things. So yeah, all like and subscribe. This is Cap and Quasar signing off. Remember those beautiful days when we used to be able to start at 12? Not anymore. How sad. Oh, never again, never again.